Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. All right, so in this particular lesson we are going to focus on minutes writing. Okay, so basically we need to understand what are minutes. Okay, so in the simplest ways we can say minutes are simply formal written statements about the previous meetings. Okay, now I have one example here. And in this lesson, we are going to write this particular question together. Okay? We are going to answer this particular question together. So you stay with me until the end of this video. Otherwise, you may miss one part. Right? Okay, now let's read the question. All right. According to the question, they are saying you are advised to spend about 50 minutes on this section. The debating society of your school is holding its annual general meeting, all right? As the secretary of the society, you have taken down the following notes in order for you to write the minutes, okay? The agenda, so we have the agenda here. What was the agenda? The agenda, chairperson's opening remarks, all right? Number 2, reading correction and adoption of the previous meetings. Then matters arising from the previous meeting. Then you have new business, program of the year, choice of the speakers, rules of the club, any other business, closing remarks. Okay, then these are the notes that you've taken down. Chairperson thanked everyone in attendance. Chairperson welcomed everyone to the meeting, asked for volunteers to lead in the singing of the national anthem and the prayer. Okay, interclass contests within what stream. Okay, term 1, no absenteeism during meetings, secretary to read in reading previous meetings, best speaker in each contest. Okay, in each contest to be chosen. Then inter-grade contests, term 2. Minutes proposed and seconded to be true record of what transpired in the previous meeting. Okay, apart from that, we have other points here that you've taken note. Society to meet every Friday afternoon. Society did not go for finals last year. Closing prayer by secretary at 16:35 hours. Then no society member to use vernacular during meetings. Contests involving 4 different schools, term 3. Society to recruit more members in other businesses. Lack of funding hindrances to many activities. Then certificates of 4 outgoing members. Members proposed fundraising ventures, spelling contests, essay writing competitions, etc. Okay, now here they are saying using the agenda and the jumbled notes. Now this is where the point is, right? Using the agenda and the jumbled notes. So in short, they are telling us these notes, they are not organized, they are jumbled. Okay, so they are saying write the minutes. You are free to add your own ideas. The length of the minute should be between 250 and 350 words. Words written beyond the word limit will not be considered to be part of your composition. All right. Then they are saying minutes have been started for you. So these are the minutes that have been started for us. So the title there, minutes of the debating society's annual general meeting held in the school. Okay, held in a school on 23rd October 2021 at 14 hours. All right, that is how the title should be, and it has been already written there. Then the first agenda there, chairperson's opening remarks. Now they've started for us. We just need to conclude. We just need to continue. The chairperson called the meeting to order by. Now we continue. Okay, so the first thing that I would advise is for you to identify the points that go that are similar. Before you do anything, you have to identify the points that are similar. Okay, so in this case, the first thing, remember, it's opening remarks. Okay, opening remarks. Chairperson thanked everyone in attendance. This one is a first paragraph, right? In short, this is the first point. Then chairperson welcomed everyone to the meeting and asked for volunteers to read the singing of the national anthem. Also, this one belongs in one category, right? Now, apart from that, on the agenda here, you can see the next stuff that we need also to consider as we are picking these things is reading and correction and adoption of the previous meeting minutes. All right. Then here we are told interclass contests. This one is for other paragraph. No absenteeism. This one is about what? The rules for the club. Rules for the club is what? 4. So we will label this one as 4. Rules for the club. No absenteeism. So this one is a rules for the club. So we'll label it as 4. All right. Then you have secretary reading in previous minutes. This one is number 2. Reading of minutes, right? Then you have the best speakers in each contest to be chosen. Choice of speaker, that is where it will belong. So that is 4.2. 4.2. That is where it will belong. This one is 4. What? 4. 4. Where we're talking about the rules, 4.3. 4.3. Okay. 4. Okay, where are we? Okay, so the program of the year, we are talking about interclass contest. So this is the program of the year. Program of the year there, number 4.1. 4.1 here. 4.1. And this one is no absenteeism. These are the rules. 4.3. Okay. Then we go to the next point. Best speaker in each contest to be chosen. This is 4. Choice. So 4.2. 4.2. And this one is supposed to be 4.1 because it goes with term 1, term 2. Okay. Term 1, term 2. So these they are in the same category. 4.1. Okay. Then we go to minutes proposed and seconded to be true of what transpired in the previous meeting. So this one is what is supposed to be on the reading of the minutes. Reading of the minutes is number 2. So we label it as in number 2. Number 2 there. Okay. Apart from that, we can also look at the other points. The other points also, we have society to meet every Friday afternoon. Society to meet every Friday afternoon. So this one, it's on other business. Other. No, not really. Let's keep that one first for now. We have society did not go for finals. These are the issues that are arisen. Okay, the issues that are rising, matters arising from the previous. So did not go for finals. So this is number 3. Then you have closing prayer by the secretary. This is the last part. Closing remarks. Number 6. Then you have society member not to use vernacular. These are rules. Rules they are 4.3. Then you have this one, term 3. Contest involving 4 different schools, term 3. This is for what? The program of the year. So program of the year 4.1. Okay. Society to recruit more members This is in other business. Other business. So other business, any other business, number 5. Then we have in other business again, we are saying in other businesses again. Okay. All right. So this one should be in 4.5, 4 point, instead of 5. It's not in other business, but it's 4.1. 4.1, right? 4. Okay. Yes, 4.0. 4.0. All right. Then in other business, we have lack of hindrances. These ones, these were the word lack of funding. In other business, lack of funding. Lack of funding should go where? This one should go in matters arising. Okay. Are we putting it in the right order? Let me check. Okay. This one in other business. This one in other business, which is number 5. Okay. Then members propose the fundraising ventures in other business. Other business. This one also in other business. Okay. Then what else are we remaining with? Okay. Anyway, now let's start writing from there without wasting much of our time. So we have one agenda. Remember an agenda. We're starting with the chairperson's opening remarks. So the sentence has been started for us. We're using the points that we have. We are going to say the chairperson called the meeting to order by welcoming welcoming members and thanking welcoming members and thanking welcoming members and thanking them for attending. Remember, this is a meeting. Attending. All right. You can put full stop there for attending. Then volunteers. Remember, there is where we talked about those that prayed. So we are going to say volunteers. Okay. Led the singing. Okay. Led the singing of the singing of the national anthem. Okay. And the opening prayer. Okay. All right. That is the first agenda there. Now, it means we've included these points. Remember these points. Chairperson thanked everyone in attendance. Then he welcomed everyone and asked for volunteers to read in singing and in prayer. So we've talked about this. We've included those points. Now we are going to the next item. Next item, we are talking about number 2. So you can see there about the previous meetings. Okay. About the previous meeting. So number 2, this one is 4.2. So number 2 is we have this, and we also have this one. So we are going to write that. So you're going to say number 2, we are going to follow the agenda. So you're going to write number 2. Number 2, you have according to the agenda, number 2, we need to label it as what? 2.1. 2.1. I mean 2.0, not 2.1, but 2.0. Okay, 2.0. So we're going to say 2.0, 2.0. What is there? On 2.0, we have reading and correction of, reading, correction, okay, reading correction and the adoption of the previous minutes. Okay, now what are we supposed to write here? Remember, we are talking about the minutes. So now there we need to talk about this the issues, the minutes that we are read. So we are going to say the secretary. So we start from here. The secretary read the minutes of the previous meeting, full stop. The minutes okay, we are proposed and seconded. We are proposed and seconded proposed and seconded as a true record, of the previous meeting, okay, and we are adopted. Without amendment. Amendment in this case, it simply means changing without changing anything. They were adopted without changing anything. Okay, that is we are done with agenda 2. Now agenda 3. According to the agenda, if we are following our agenda, here number 3, we are talking about now matters arising from the previous minutes. So that is what you're going to write. We are going to write 3.0. 3.0. So you're going to write 3.0. We have matters arising from the previous minutes. Okay, now we've labeled on the points, so it's just that I cannot display everything at once. We've labeled the points. So we are simply going to say on matters here. Now we are going to look at the matters that arose from those, okay, one of which we said society did not go for finals. Okay, so in this case we are going to say members, okay, members of, or members noted, all right, or members noted that the society did the society had failed. Okay, you can replace those had failed, had failed. So you can underline these sub headings. You can underline them if you want, but if you don't want, you can just separate them, or you can use different colors to show that these are headings. Okay, members noted that the society had failed to reach the finals, in the previous year. Okay, then it was resolved. It was resolved, meaning what was the solution suggested? It was resolved. It was resolved that members. It was resolved that members should work hard. Should work hard or harder. Should work harder and participate okay, and participate actively in all society activities. Okay, the meeting further resolved that more members should be recruited to strengthen the society. Okay, to strengthen the society. That is agenda number 3, rising matters. Now let's go to agenda number 4. Agenda number 4, which is 4.1. Remember, we have 4.2, 4.3, now 4.1, program of the year. So program of the year, we have labeled the points. Now we remember we've talked about the term, what is supposed to be done in term 1, term 2, term 3. So in this case we start from there. So program of the year, we write, this is agenda, which is new business. So new business, which is 4.0, new business. New business, starting with agenda 4.1, which talks about the program of the year. Program of the year. All right. Program of the year. So program of the year, we are saying it was resolved. It was resolved that interclass contest interclass contests within the stream would be held in Temu Temu 1, okay, and then so I've put that as a comma, Temu 1, then intergrade contests in Temu Tem 2, and contests involving four different schools. In Temu 3. Okay, in Temu 3. All right. So that is only the program of the year. Then meetings on the program of the year. Meetings would be held every, all right, would be held every Friday afternoon. Every Friday afternoon. Okay, that is agenda 4.5. Then 4.1. Then we have agenda 4.2, which talks about choice of speakers. This one, we also noted the points there. So there we can say, well, under the choice of speakers, the meeting resolved that the best speakers, all right, from the best speakers from each contest would be selected to represent the society in higher in higher level. Society in higher level competition. In higher level competition. In higher level competition here. Competition. Okay. Competition. Competitions. All right, so that is only the choice of the speaker. Now we go to agenda number 4.2. Agenda 4.2 is about agenda 4.3. Agenda 4.3 is where we talk about the rules of the club, right? So basically in this one, we look at the rules that the club had set. Okay, so rules of the club. Rules of the club. Okay, so according to the rules of the club, members resolved that absenteeism during meetings would not be tolerated. Okay, it was further agreed that members should not use vernacular. Should not use what? Vernacular. All right, during meeting. But communicate in English. Okay, that is on agenda number 2. Those points I have included them, the one that we've identified. So I'm just writing on those points that we've identified. Then agenda number 5 now. 5.0 is any other business. Any other business. Okay, any other business. Here we have a lot of points. Number 1, the meeting, okay, noted that lack of fund was hindering okay, was hindering many of the societies activities. Okay, then members proposed that proposed fundraising. Proposed fundraising ventures. Fundraising ventures, including spelling contests, and essay writing, competition. Okay. It was also resolved that certificates, be presented to the four outgoing members, in recognition of their contribution to the society. Okay. Then the last part, which is 6.0, is closing remarks. Closing remarks. Here, closing remarks and the prayer. All right. So under closing remarks and prayer, we also noted some points. There we said there being. So here you just conclude by saying there being no further. Okay, there being no further. There being no further business, comma, the chairperson, okay, thanked members. All right, thanked members for their attendance. And cooperation. For the attendance and cooperation, full stop. Then the secretary led the closing prayer. And the meeting was adjourned. At you specify the time 16:35 hours. Okay, that is the closing remarks there. Now that you've done writing, this is the last part. Now you can say, okay, you can confirm by saying confirmed. You can write down here confirmed by okay, secretary. Now you write your title here, chairperson. Okay, confirmed by chairperson, not secretary. Chairperson. Okay, then you can write signed. You put the signature, the date, the signature and the date here. You can put the date here and the signature. Okay, those. So this is how the minutes writing, how it's supposed to be. But what really matters here is the language that you use. Of course, if you read these minutes, you will be able to understand that these are the things that had happened, and indeed someone is reporting. Okay, there's reported speech, but also professional and formal way of reporting and presenting information. All right, so thank you very much for watching. But if at all you would like me to share the soft copy of what we have just written together, don't forget, you can let me know in the comment section. I'm willing to share with you. Okay, I want you to get to know how to go about it really very quick. All right, thank you very much, and may God bless you. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe.